Good afternoon, people. Hope you're well. Hope you're all good. I'm just going to do a video now from my YouTube channel. I'm just going to talk about myself and just tell you a bit of a backstory about myself, and you see my wonderful cats come on for the camera as well. My name's John Randall. I've been on a journey for the last 2 years. I had a breakdown. I nearly took my own life, and I lost everything basically 2.5 years ago. And I thought it was time to start talking openly about men's mental health and the things we don't like talking about. I've been doing it for 2 years now on different platforms, openly talking about my journey and trying to help people and get men to start opening up a bit more. And just let them know there are places to go, and we can talk about it. Now, I know all the pros and cons of it. I know some men find it hard opening up because it gets thrown back in their face and all the fears behind it or the ridicule that might come with it. But my personal story, I opened up, and it's the best thing I've ever done. It's difficult, it was hard. Only recently, still going through therapy now, finding out that, a lot of it is to do with grief, like losing my mum and dad, dealing with a miscarriage, and seeing a lot of death in my life really would play a massive part in why I sort of deflected away from reality, really, and just kept finding myself going in different bubbles, as my friends have said. I go in different bubbles to block things out. That's what I used to do. And my new bubble is books. But books have saved my life, and not really ever thought I'd be a writer or doing anything like this, because you're always scared of negativity. But that's just the way of the world. You've got to take the good with the bad, haven't you? You start learning that sometimes, that I'm trying to be positive and get on with things, and I help people when I can and speak openly about what I'm going through, how I'm feeling. And this is the book I wrote. It's time to open up, not man up. Now, this book is 2 years old now, and it's still slowly getting out there. It takes time. Being a writer is not easy. Self-published and self-promoting does take a lot of time. I have offers from publishers, but more often than not, it's about they want you to pay extra amount and stuff like that, and I'm not going to get involved in all that. I think the message speaks for itself. It's time to open up, not man up is a massive part of what men are finding difficult. We're always told to man up. I hate the word. I can't stand the word. You know what man up even means? Where it all stemmed from. It was just banter. You used to play football, or, bit of banter between lads. Now it's used as an insult. That's the problem. And people say it like it's freely. It doesn't hurt. It does hurt. But people forgot we're human. So we are allowed to feel the emotion. Yes, it's a generational thing that we've been passed down from it. We have to toughen up and don't cry about it, get on with it. Look at the damage it's done. Just look at the suicide rates for yourself in men. Just see it for yourself. It's shocking, it's upsetting. It's something that, if it doesn't hit home with you, nothing will. Make you realise that a lot of our younger men are finding it hard. The stresses of life now, I couldn't be a teenager now. I don't know about yourself, but I couldn't be. And I had a teenage son. Luckily my son's 20 now, but he had difficulties and he had to watch me have a breakdown, and it's affected him. But you've got so much pressure. Schools now have forgot about that kids are human, it's about, getting grades and getting more funding and whatever it is. They forgot about it, kids need some support. They need that mental health support. You don't never know what's going on in anyone's life. Don't ever judge anyone, because you don't know what they're going through. And this is what I'm trying to start talking about. I wrote a book about it for schools. It's time to listen to kids too. Trying to help kids, because I've watched my son and daughter listen to what they talk about, and I've took notes of things they've gone through, and I think we need to start highlighting that as well. On top of men's mental health, kids matter too. And I'm not saying women neither, because women have been a massive support behind my book, and one of the reasons why I'm talking is due to some of the women that I've met on social media that have really supported me and helped me have the courage to come out and talk, and my sisters too. But the book is for men. It also helps women. It can help anyone, but women have bought the book to try and understand their own man, to understand their husband, their boyfriend, their son, their dad, their uncle, their granddad. To try and just, because how people ask you, I wish you'd let me in. Well, firstly, it's hard for us because we've got the trust thing. It's trusting someone to tell someone that, look, I'm vulnerable, I'm hurting, I'm upset. It's so hard to find that place or the right person to say it to. And even if you have got that right person, you've got that mental battle in your own brain that tells you if you say something, people are going to think you're weak, you're going to think you're that. That's bollocks. It really is, because we're all human. And human emotions dictate that we can cry, that we can speak our mind, that we can let out when we're stressed out. And it's down to us, a lot of men now, to try and change this generational thing, to let men know that, look, it doesn't make you less of a man, it makes you more of a man when you open up and say what's on your mind, and if you're feeling the pressure of things. Sometimes we don't talk about it and it builds up and it acts up another way. We'll drink, or, get in fights, or we just distance ourselves, or we do things like we go on game or do gaming, just shut the world out, because we don't want to talk about it sometimes. And I get it, I've been there, I fully get it. But it's down to us to change it, because we shouldn't make men feel scared to talk about how they feel. And a lot of men now are talking about it openly and freely. We're getting there, but it's still a big fight to get it out. It's a massive message that people don't necessarily want to hear. There's so much that needs changing in the system for everyone, not just men. Mental health system itself is underfunded, and it needs to be really looked at, because there's so many people suffering. I get told off all the time, like people going, "Oh, you're using this as an excuse." Try living with it, mate. Try and see what it feels like. There's some people may well be taking the piss sometimes, but reality is people that are going through it really feel it when you tell them things like that. We'll shut off and we'll get hurt, because, going through all these different kinds of mental health, there's so many different stems of mental health that you don't know about. It's a scary place to go. But that's the most scariest place to go. Because the things it makes you think and where it makes you go sometimes, it's frightening. So why can't we talk about it, get it out there, There is a lot of things that need changing, and I think social media has obviously got to change its outlet, start focusing on mental health. Because I spoke about it on other social medias, and you get reported, They don't like you speaking about it. But it's true, it's out there, Just because you can't see that illness doesn't mean it ain't there, that people ain't suffering with these things. And this is why I'm on here talking about these things. I'm trying to get the message out there. Books saved my life, journaling saved my life, because I got told by a very good friend of mine, everything in here, once you write it down or talk about it, it's out and it can't keep swinging around at head of yours, Read back what you felt. Have a look. Some days it is scary what you thought that day. But this is what happens when you're going through things, There's a lot of things that need changing. I'm really focusing on books. I've got kids' books out as well. I'll show them why I'm here. These are books out I've got out now. It's the Soul Library. It's a kids' book. And the Sky Painter's Apprentice. You see, these books, they saved my life. They made me, instead of drifting off to reality that didn't exist, I started going into a story in my head. Journaling what I felt. Being around the right people. There are some people, I won't mention all names, I know they are, that have generally saved my life, made me feel a better person, and never judged me for who I am, And they're good people out there, believe me, there is. But there's a lot of us out there that are still struggling, just trying to toughen up and not want to talk about it, get on with it. Come on, mate. If I can do it, most of us can do it. We've all got to set an example. Just look at the things like Andy's Man Club, for instance, things like that, supporting men. Look how massive that is. How many men's lives are that saved? Thousands, probably millions. You just don't know. So this is the book. It's time to open up, not man up. I wrote it for men, and I wrote it like this, because it's easier to read. I know most men don't like reading, or if it's got too many words in it, that switches off. They need something short and simple to the point. That's what this book does. It just says it how it is. It's got part of my journey in it as well. So look, I'm here sharing this from my heart. I do get a lot of negativity, we all do, but we can't help the way the world is, Negativity is something there, and social media is like an open book for anyone to ever attack at you. But that's just life, We're talking about something real. We're talking about something that we all need to talk about. Talking about this will save people's lives. This might save just one person. It is time to open up, not man up. My name is John Randall. I'm an author. I'm on YouTube. My page is called It's Time to Open Up, Not Man Up. You can also find me on other platforms. I'm on TikTok and on Facebook at Randall J or Randall JJ. All my books on there. I will do more videos in the coming weeks, and I will read some chapters from the book, but just what I come on and be open and honest about it, and speak about things we don't like talking about. You know, it's about time all of us got together, all of us. Do you know how you can sort of beat mental health? Don't beat it, but make it more easier for people. It's talking about it openly. All of us. Not judging no one. Showing love and kindness instead of being judgmental and shitty to people. Because it's always the easier way out, isn't it? That's got to stop. You know? Just look. Go and have a look at the suicide rates. Just look. And that will show you exactly what's going on and why it's so important that we start talking about these things openly. Right, big love to all of you. My name's John Randall, and I'll speak to you soon. And you're all fucking amazing.